see this bridge here, we can only fit through the centre arch at this state of time. If we tried to go through the shore arches, well, we wouldn't have a top deck and you'd all be very wet. So I think we'll stop here, let the other boats through, then we'll make our way through this next set of bridges. These are the Blackfriars bridges.
Blackfriars.
Now the first one is the Road and Footbridge, built by the Victorians. The second, the railway bridge. It's actually also the railway station, but this first one has a sinister tale attached to it. There was an Italian accountant called Roberto Calvi, who's been nicknamed God's banker. He got that nickname because he was taking mafia money, he was putting it through the church to try and wash it and make it legal tender. But he clearly did something very wrong, because he was found one morning hanging from Blackbridge. He had over £10,000 of international currency still stuck in his pocket. The old railway bridge, they took it down when they built this one, the station. And they're worried if they took the columns away, the foundations of the other bridges may become unstable. So they're here to stay. On the left, St Paul's Cathedral, Sir Christopher Wren's masterpiece. 365 feet tall to the top of that cross. You normally have to pay £23 to go in there. You can then look round, learn some history, and if you want, climb the over 500 steps to the top of that dome, to the viewing balcony. But a little bit of local knowledge. If you're here on a Sunday morning, so tomorrow, it's open to the public for mass. So it's free. Well, I say it's free, that's the church. They'll get you towards the end. You'll find someone walking around with a silver champagne bucket asking for donations. And they don't want your money. If you were to put metal coins into a metal bucket during the
this bridge,
you'd interrupt everyone deep in thought and prayer. So they ask for your 5, 10, 20 and £50
glass bridge,
notes. What they call a silent donation. Is everyone enjoying the live commentary so far? Are you ready to carry on?
Yeah.
All right, that's good. On the right, there's a white and timber frame building with a thatched roof, the replica of William Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. The only thatched roof you'll see on this journey is they were outlawed after the Great Fire of London. They have a special licence for this, follow very strict regulations.
Shakespeare's.
All the little black spikes you see sticking out the top of the thatch, these are all individual fire suppression systems. On a lovely sunny day like we've had today, when they raise that red flag above the trees, that means you can go in there for just £10. You can see one of Shakespeare's plays put on in the traditional way. If you know the price of live entertainment in London, I think you'll all have to agree with me. £10 for live entertainment here in London is very reasonable. The building on the left with 4 columns, this is Vintner's Place. In there is one of the most sought after jobs in London. There's a specialist team in one of those offices whose only job is to test all the new types of alcohol that will go on sale in pubs and restaurants for the United Kingdom. They say the waiting list for that job is 10 years long.
Huh.
I've applied twice. Over on the right, just before the next bridge, there's a brick building with red windows and lights in the courtyard. This is the Anchor Tavern. There's been a pub here for over 400 years. Many famous people have been known to drink in there, like Samuel Pepys, the diarist. William Shakespeare used that attic as his changing room. Tom Cruise in the Mission Impossible film, and later tonight, me and the captain. We're hoping to be in there by 9 o'clock if all goes well. What we do is research. It's a very important research for the country I think you right now. We take this extremely seriously. Sometimes we're there for hours and hours and hours. Very thirsty work. This is a sacrifice we make for you. In fact, some nights we do so much research in there, the next day we can't actually remember what research we did. That means we have to go the next night as well, doesn't it? ahead of us, we have the world famous London Bridge. This one is London Bridge. One further ahead of us, Tower Bridge.
London Bridge.
I'm going to give you all a lovely tip on how to remember which one's which. Are you ready? Right, see, Tower Bridge has got 2 towers.
Yes.
And London Bridge, well, it's got the words London Bridge carved into its legs.
Ah.
It's a lovely tip, that one. It's over here on the right as well. Look, London Bridge. The 5th one just stood at the first built by the Romans about 2,000 years ago. The first one burned down, the second one fell down. So we get nicely right, London Bridge is falling down. On the right, all these buildings by the river, these are owned by the Kuwaiti royal family, including London Bridge Hospital. Now, most hospitals in England are run by the NHS, the National Health Service. They're free to activate. Not London Bridge Hospital, though. Oh, no, that one is private. It's famous for having 2 injuries, one after the other. Broken leg, followed by a heart attack. If you go in there with a broken leg, they fix you up, then they give you the bill, and you have a heart attack.
Aku dah agak dah.
And coming up on the right, we have London's very own warship, the HMS Belfast. You see flying proudly at the front the Union Jack.
Besok
Now,
masuk.
this is the only Union Jack in London. To officially be called a Union Jack, that flag must be flying from the wooden jack staff with a crown at the top at the bow of a British Navy warship. Any other flag like that you see in London is simply called a Union flag. The Belfast is permanently moored here as an extension to the Imperial War Museum. You pay to go on her, go in and out the hatches, up and down the landing, exploring all of her decks, from the engine room below the waterline to the captain's lookout up at the top. It's a fantastic way to lose your children
Jom besok.
for a couple of hours. Next week we've got this visiting cruise ship, Hanseatic Spirits. Now, when this came up river, she had to go through Tower Bridge. So yes, they do still lift Tower Bridge today. If you want to know when it's leaving, just look up Tower Bridge lift times on Google, and it will tell you the next time they're going to lift the bridge. So if you're here for that, get here and get some pictures. It's a very rare occasion. And Tower Bridge itself, it's one of the bridges that opened in 1894. Looks very old, but it's not. It's free to have this bridge lifted, it wouldn't cost you a single penny. All you have to do is give them 24 hours notice as a minimum and proof that your boat won't go underneath and they'll lift it free of charge. Now there's one day of the year they'll never lift this bridge. It's not Christmas or Easter or anything to do with religion. It's not the King's birthday. The day of the London Marathon, because that is part of the route. I mean, I personally think the marathon would be a lot more fun to watch. They left a 6-foot gap in the middle. Maybe that's just me. On the day of its grand opening, it failed to open and a ship hit it. Since then, for insurance purposes, it's registered with Lloyd's as a vessel.
Approaching Tower Bridge.
And because of this, at all times, it must be manned by a captain, a chief engineer, and a first officer. And over on the left, we've got the Tower of London. In the middle, the White Tower, the Norman Keep. That is the original part, built by William the Conqueror, added over the years by following kings and queens. And that was the captain giving everyone on the river the sound signal to let them know we're turning across the river. Now get your pictures of the bridge now, because once we come alongside the pier, it will be time to disembark, because that's the last stop of the day. So get your pictures now. This is the best opportunity you have. Once you've taken your pictures, you can put them up on social media if you like, one of your accounts. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, maybe Tinder for some of you, I don't know. And we're about to start turning the boat to head into our final stop of the day, Tower Pier, where this service terminates. The boat is out of...
Eddie Muhammad 40. Kita sekarang berada di London dekat dengan Tower Bridge. Dekat Tower Bridge. Hai Nazaratul. Hello Nazaratul Sada Abdul Fattah.
As you have to leave us here, make sure you take everything with you that you brought today. Don't go leaving something behind us for you, mate. Take your phones, wallets, bags, passports, husbands, wives, and children. Please take all of your children, not just the well-behaved ones. Take the naughty ones too. And as I can see on the cameras,
Yelah pasal tadi nak naik bus free gedebak-gedebuk.
single highlight himself.
Tadi dia
What you have understood,
tiket tak
Tak
ada.
ada scan.
maybe even entertained, and you wish to show an appreciation towards my efforts, you're more than welcome. As you leave the boat today,
Okay, this is the end of the journey. Dekat dengan apa pier ni?
couple of pops.
Apa pier ni?
If you don't know what
Tower Bridge lah. Tower Bridge Pier lah, belasah lah. Jadi daripada Westminster Pier sampai Tower Bridge Pier. Okay. So yeah, thank you for watching. I nak bergambar sikit. Okay, bye. See you. Assalamualaikum.
pass that silver bucket to the exit with me. I'm the one who helps you over the gap. We do accept some side donation. And we do understand, in this modern time, some people just don't carry cash anymore. Not these days. They do contactless payments through the day.